have?
No one right now.
No one. We have some
Grandma?
helpers again tonight.
Grandma and Highlander.
We have we have Emma tonight that I think, are you gonna help cook? Is that right? Emma's gonna help cook. Declan, you wanna show your face for a second? Hi, Trudy.
Yeah, 1 second. Hi.
Hi, Chrissy. Hi, Michael. Did you just show your face? Did I miss it? I'll show it again. Okay, Declan's here too.
Hi.
Declan's gonna help me figure out who's here and help me read comments because I haven't successfully conquered doing 2 things at once yet. I'll get there though. Okay, so thanks for being here, everybody. We're cooking again tonight. I hope everybody's doing well. It's Saturday night. It's movie night at our house. Actually, I'm lying. It's not movie night. We just did a movie night. And that's what made me think of suggesting a movie night so we could toss around movie ideas because there's going to be a lot more of them in the near future. So what do you think our family recommendation? What did we just all watch? Ferris Bueller? That's it. We just watched Ferris Bueller and it's a Chicago classic. It was really good. Everybody really liked it. So it was fun. Oh, I don't know if this one's up for this tonight. Are you up for this tonight? We're gonna see. I think I need to turn the music down a little bit. I'll be right back. Took me a minute to get on with you all tonight. Sure. Because Alexa was not playing the band I wanted to play. I wanted to play Arizona, my favorite band. Oh my gosh, just listen to me, okay? It's fine, okay. Forget, like you can't say that word.
I know.
Okay, so we tonight are making cauliflower mac and cheese. We're making major comfort food. Making really cheesy mac and cheese, homemade, with some cauliflower, some green onion, and then we're gonna pair it with a light tomato salad with basil. I found basil today at the store. It made me really happy. They've been out of it in general, but basil and red onion. So we are, yes, yum.
Sweet.
Okay, so our ingredient list are as follows. For the mac and cheese, we need 4 tablespoons of butter. We need 1/3 cup of flour. We need about a cup of milk, 1.5 cups maybe. Maybe 1.5 cups of milk. You can also use cream for this recipe and make it extra rich. We need about 16 ounces of cheese, shredded. I'm gonna use Gruyere tonight because that's what we have. I've made it a lot of different ways. I've made it with Gruyere, I've made it with Fontina. I'm gonna add some Parmesan tonight. I've added some creme fraiche before. So you can play around with it. Obviously you can do cheddar. Cheddar's great, but
Adam Spencer.
hi Adam. And let's see, we've got about 1 pound of cauliflower that we're gonna roast up. We've got some green onion. We need a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. We need some breadcrumbs and we're set. And this is you can adapt this recipe really easily. I mean, you can, if anybody's made a mac and cheese at home, you know, the flour and the milk and the cheese are really the base. And then, I didn't even mention, you obviously need 1 pound of pasta, but, and then you're just gonna kind of mix it all up together. So you'll probably see as we go through this how adaptable it is to whatever you have, whether it be the kind of cheese you have or what kind of like flavors you want to add to it. It'll be great. Anything with cheese and salt and noodles is good for me. So, and then on the side, we're gonna just pair a really light salad. Hi Laura. Oh my gosh, so fun. We're gonna pair a really light side dish, a salad. Emma's asking me right now, you can be on camera. Emma's asking to steal all the cauliflower off the pan. She's snacking on it, which is totally good with me. We're gonna pair a side salad with it, really simple. I'm gonna slice up some cherry tomatoes, some basil, some red onion, and some vinegar and olive oil, and just have like a kind of light tomato salad on the side, because you don't really need, certainly nothing heavy or any heavy kind of salad dressing with this. The mac and cheese is decadent enough, so just something light will be great to pair it with. And we don't have a dessert going tonight. I know I'm gonna get asked that question in about like an hour, or an hour and a half, what's for dessert from this family, but we'll probably in the house scrounge up some ice cream to eat or something. We'll figure it out. But admittedly, our house doesn't go through too many nights without dessert.
We don't have ice cream.
We don't have ice cream? Declan's reporting we don't have ice cream.
We're gonna check.
That could be trouble.
If we have movie night, we definitely have food. No ice cream.
We have dessert every night, no ice cream. Okay, we're in trouble. I might be evicted. I might be in trouble with the family. Maybe someone in the house will make. I had a friend who just has been sending me what they've been cooking at home. Matt Berman, I don't know if Matt's on here. They made like chocolate chip toffee cookies today and this lemon turmeric cake, and amazing. So it's so fun to see and get photos from all you guys what you're cooking at home. I love it. So if you can like send through some of those cookies via the phone would be awesome. Okay, so are we ready to get started? I need some helpers. Nobody wants to be in the video today. Okay, thank you.
I'll be the
Maybe they can take turns.
I'll be the cameraman and...
Okay. Okay, so let's start with getting everything heated. I had a head start. We heated our oven for roasting at 425. I've got a big pot of salted water going on the stove on high, trying to get that boiling. Heavily salted, just half a handful. Put lots of salt in there, if you're up for that. I'm not heating this pan yet. Well, are we there? Yeah, you know what, we're almost there. So I have this kind of high-sided pan that I'm gonna start heating at medium low. This is what's gonna make our cheese base, and everything will be mixed in here. So you really can't go too low on this, because the worst thing you can do is have the milk burn and the cheese burn. And so if it's on too low, the worst thing that happens, it takes you a little bit longer, but that's just fine. So what's next? Who can tell me what's next? Got everything going.
Boil pot of water.
We're going to roast our cauliflower first. So I went ahead, yeah.
The smell.
Oh, okay, come on this side then. I think it's the onion too. She's saying it's very strong onion smell right now. And I'm gonna I forgot to cut the onion, so now I have to cut onion in front of you all, and that might be trouble. I might be in tears, but hopefully not. It's a red onion, so it's a little bit more mild. Okay, so right now I have a sheet pan. Declan's waving hi to everybody. Yeah, oh, hi Asher, yeah. Okay, so I have a sheet pan right now. I have some bite-sized pieces of cauliflower and some scallions, some green onion. I would say we had one huge head of cauliflower, and I kind of broke that up into pieces. And I would say I did about a half cup of green onion scallion. And I also saved a little bit extra, if I remember to do this, to top it with at the end, because it'll be kind of a pretty color change at the end. So I have that saved. So we're gonna take, okay, Emma will be right back. We're gonna start, just drizzle it with some olive oil. And there's our salt. We need some salt. We're gonna do some salt on here. Yeah, go for it. Okay, Declan's gonna help with the salt. I'll do the pepper. Good job.
Can I do one more?
Yep, you can do a little more salt. Okay, so you can cook this a number of ways for this recipe. You could start this by just boiling it and softening it, and then using that same water for your pasta. We did something similar to that last week with a broccoli pasta we made. But I like the color. I'm gonna try to get this kind of golden brown. I like the color difference maybe that the roasting provides, because the mac and cheese can look less than inspired aesthetically. So I'm gonna try to make this a little prettier by browning the edges of this cauliflower. And also, obviously, roasting gives it this kind of really nice, sweet flavor. And it's easy. You can then saute or roast the onions right along with it. Those will get nice and brown.
Can I show them?
We'll see. Okay, so shake that up. We've got olive oil, salt and pepper, cauliflower, green onion, and it's gonna go right in our oven. And I'll set that for 12 minutes to start. I'm not really a real time person. I wish I could tell you just concrete numbers on ovens, but kind of we'll set it for something, we'll check it. And we'll see. I know, I have great assistants, don't I? I think Declan, I'm gonna see quickly who's all on here so I make sure I know everybody. Declan's being such, like, he's telling me, but he's being so quiet. Hi, Katie. Oh, Katie's on here. Grandma, Grandpa. Okay, fun. Laura's still. Okay, awesome. Hi, Adam. Okay.
Dawn Willis.
Oh, hi, Dawn. Oh my gosh. Hi. Thanks for joining in. Okay, so we just got our cauliflower in the oven. We have our water boiling. We're gonna start on our cheese sauce because that is oddly takes me like a different amount of time every single time to do. Often recipes call for melting the cheese off the heat, and I feel like that takes like an hour. So I usually heat it up over like a really low heat, so hopefully we'll save some time doing that today, but without making sure it's too high, but if it's on a low, it'll be just fine. So I forgot to get our butter out. I need our butter. And we're gonna start, this is probably just warm enough to start melting our butter. I'm gonna put 3 tablespoons. No, sorry, 4. All I had was 3, but see if I can figure out how to add one more. We do have, gosh, we have a lot of butter in the fridge. We're good. We're good on butter in this house. Honey, just leave it. You can leave it, sweetie. Okay. I'm gonna add another tablespoon. We've been, what was the day? I think it was the coconut cake day that we've been cooking with a lot of butter lately. Lots of comfort food in this house. Okay. So we've got that. We need to melt the butter. And it's starting to melt already. One thing, if you are cooking with us tonight, to notice is I said we need about 1.5 cups of milk, and this can also be cream. This should be fairly warm, at least room temperature, not cold. So warm that up a little bit if you have a moment. And Declan, you can be a good helper here. Do you want to help here?
Sure.
Okay. So let's see. Declan is going to make sure this is it. This is an important, I'm giving him a very important job. Are you up for it? Yeah.
I can do it.
You can do it, yeah. Once this butter melts, we're gonna put the flour in and we're gonna whisk that up. And then that's gonna be, we're gonna do that for a minute or two, and then it's ready to add the cheese. Or no, then it's ready to add the milk, and that's still whisking for a little bit. So that takes a little bit of watch on his part. So, you ready? Okay, so butter's not quite melted, nothing yet. We need to wait for the butter to be melted. But since we're,
What can I do?
oh, where did Declan get his name? Do you know this? Do you know the story?
A movie.
Well,
No.
here, come say. Come here. If Grandma Julie was on here, she'd know the true story.
I think my parents went to a movie and someone's character name was Declan and they liked it.
Okay, so my husband's family is very Irish, and Declan is supposedly the first patron saint of Ireland. It's a very Irish name, Declan. And so we kind of always knew it from Irish history. And we were on our honeymoon in British Virgin Islands, and we watched a movie with Richard Gere and Bruce Willis. Maybe, I think Dan might be watching right now. Maybe he can chime in.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't remember the name of the Jackal, maybe something like that. Anyway, there was a character named Declan, and when we heard it throughout that whole movie, we were like, that just sounds so cool. We loved it. So it was always on our baby name list, and he got it. He won that name. So it's a very Irish name, Declan O'Neill. There's probably a lot of that the same name in Ireland. You don't hear it as much here.
How did I get my name? Tell them we're gonna be named.
Emma was my great grandmother's name. So Emma, I think it's just a beautiful name, and it's a family name. So okay, all right. This butter is melted, just about, very warm. I'm gonna add 1/3 cup of flour in here, and Declan's jousting me with the whisk. And all right, this is gonna go in Declan. So you've got to start kind of whisking this up. Okay. What's the trick to whisking, do we know?
Stirring.
Wrist. Yeah, stirring with your wrist. Otherwise you get tired. Okay, so that's on medium-low. Our water's really boiling, so be safe over there, guys. I'm gonna dump the pound of, favorite niece is Emma, yeah, fun. Okay, so I'm gonna put our pasta in. This bag is just over a pound. Everybody finding pasta in the stores, I feel like had a little bit of trouble. We luckily stock it like crazy because I make pasta so often, so we had plenty. Ooh, the scissors. But our grocery stores have been pretty out of pasta. And remember, that's a whole big pot of salted water that we're gonna put this pasta into. Yeah, that's looking good. I'm gonna grab this and show you what this sauce base is looking like. Keep whisking. So the flour has incorporated into the butter there, which looks great. Be careful, the pan's gonna be hot, okay, honey? Okay, so that's that. That's looking good. Keep you back on there. I have like such a makeshift setup here, so the phone could fall at any time. Okay, so we've whisked that a little bit. It's thickened, it's all incorporated. We're gonna go ahead and add the milk or cream, whatever you have. And again, remember, this is not cold. And so I'm slowly adding that, and he's gonna keep whisking and incorporating all of it. And try to whisk it as much so you almost can't tell that the butter mixture's in there. You're trying to get that incorporated as possible. I need to go ahead and give the pasta a stir, because the temperature just came way down on that after adding the noodles. And I'm gonna poke and look at my cauliflower. It's looking good. Okay, so I'm curious to know, is anybody enjoying a glass of wine tonight? I went on one of our favorite vineyards, Cade in Napa, had an online wine tasting last night, or a live wine tasting, and they were nice enough to answer my question. I said, I'm making cauliflower mac and cheese, what should I pair with it? And of course they were really particular. They're like, well, what kind of cheese is it? So I described that. They said I would start with a Sauvignon Blanc and then move to a Cab. And that was what I was planning on doing, but oddly our temperature here, it's been so warm. I was in a dress today, and then the front came through and it's like really chilly out. So I'm like, okay, we don't get too many excuses to drink red wine in Houston because it's always so hot. So I'm just gonna skip right to the Cab. So tonight I'm drinking, let's see if you can see it. It's a really great Cab. It'll be nice with the tomato salad and yeah, hard to find pasta, Trudy says, exactly. Okay. Let me take a look at it. It's hard to tell. I think you can kind of tell it's really incorporated because the color of the milk will obviously change because it'll all mix in. Okay, Declan, you want to keep mixing that?
1 second.
Oh,
Can I?
Declan's waving for us. Yeah, I can take over mixing, so keep whisking that.
Can I go?
And that's still on, hi Maria. Katie and Maria, okay, you guys chat. Okay, so does anybody have a glass of wine, or is anybody cooking along tonight? Usually I have my sister-in-law and my niece cooking, but I don't see them on here tonight, but maybe they'll join. And then all of these, I'm trying my best, I've failed a couple times, but I'm trying my best to upload these onto IGTV so that you can go back and rewatch the craziness, but at least it tells you all the instructions and what to do if you are interested in the recipes down the road. Okay, what can we do next? You know what I didn't do? Well, that's okay. I didn't set the timer for the pasta, but I just need to keep that. Okay, Katie, I'm calling you out again. Every time Katie's on, I ask her to be my mental timer. She's so good with that. So Katie, if you're still watching, give me like, oh good, is it cold enough there in Toronto? Laura, I bet, yeah. Have you had any glimpse of spring in Toronto? I have a couple of Toronto people on there. Have you had a glimpse of spring at all? Some blooms, or you guys, everybody up north deserves some warm weather so that they can get out and enjoy it. And cheers. Okay, so Katie, you're my online timer right now. So like 4 minutes, send me a little message, and maybe like 3 because it takes a while to come across. So Declan, be on, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see.
6:20. I'll say
Just barely starting spring, teeny
6:20.
bits of warm weather, yeah.
6:24.
We've had weird weather. It was chilly, and then, chilly for Houston. Never mind. I shouldn't talk to, you guys are all northerners, so I'm not gonna talk about our weather here. It's been, clearly I'm in like a summer dress, so I'm not gonna complain. Okay, what else do we need to do? I'm gonna check on the cauliflower again. Oh, well, we need to get our cheese going. So I'm gonna turn this on the lowest it can go. Emma's still stirring. And I have got this beautiful plate of cheese. This is probably 12 ounces
1
shredded.
minute. 16 ounces.
1
minute in, 3 to go.
Okay, perfect. This is probably about 12 ounces of Gruyere. And I'm also gonna add about 4 ounces of shredded Parmesan to give it just even a little bit more of a bite, a little saltiness. All right, yeah.
Did you shred all the cheeses?
No, just 2.
That's 16.
2 is 16, but I saved some left over. Okay, so do you want to be the mixer, the cheese sauce? Or do you want to do it, Dak? Do you want to swap?
I'm gonna do it.
Okay, no, it's Declan's turn.
It's my turn.
We're not gonna fight. Okay, we're fighting over cooking right now. I didn't think, nobody even seemed interested in cooking today, and now they're, Declan's trying to mix. We need like 2 rounds of mixers, so. And then I'm gonna put, like I said, I have some shredded Parmesan. Okay, so mix that up really well. And it's just gonna melt really nicely wet. Yeah, it looks like mac and cheese, doesn't it? Oh, my timer's going off for my cauliflower. It needs another
2 minutes down, 2 to go.
Needs another 4 minutes on the cauliflower. Okay, one ingredient I forgot to take out of the fridge. I'm hoping we have it. Yeah. Okay, we don't have it tonight. Darn it. Okay, one thing I'm going to suggest to add to this cheese mixture is a little Gruyere mustard, a little Dijon mustard. Thought we had it, we do not. So, sorry, let me look at my pantry real quick. I'm really surprised because nobody really eats that in the house but me, but no, we're out of luck on the Dijon, but that's fine. The cheese is plenty good. How's that looking? Like cheese. Okay, that looks good. Okay, 60 seconds. Okay, Katie's got to sign off, so she's warning me that dry mustard, yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe I should put a little dry mustard in there. Great idea. Okay, the cauliflower is starting to brown a little bit. Not quite there. I wonder if I have dry mustard. I have so many spices I need to, my mom comes over occasionally and gets rid of my old spices because I'm terrible at getting rid of them once they're expired, so I need to go check that. I haven't bought dry mustard in a long time, so yeah, that looks good. This has got to melt all the way though and not be so, we need Emma again if you guys don't want to.
I got it.
Okay, so that's just kind of coming together all really nicely. Declan will work on that. Let's see. I'm gonna check our pasta. Let's see how it's doing. I just like the broccoli pasta we made the other day. I'm gonna try not to burn myself again. Let's see. Oh, good. You put dry mustard in yours. Okay, that's a really good idea. We just like almost always have Dijon. I'm not sure why we don't. Okay. The pasta is great because the little al dente, but this whole dish is going to go in the oven for a little while, so it'll cook through a little bit more, so you want it a little bit with that bite to it. So, while Declan continues to stir, I'm going to take this off the heat and drain it. How's it doing for you? The cheese takes quite a little bit of time to melt nicely. And I'm just draining our pasta over here in my sink. Declan, anything you have to say while you're on camera? What did you do today? Huh? Nothing? I was trying to think about what he did today. We really like treated as a pretty lazy day today. We did not do very much. You did what?
I watched the Illinois game.
Oh, we watched
15 years ago.
We watched some vintage basketball games because I don't think this house can go as long as it's going to need to without watching sports. So we watched, what year was it?
Like 15 years ago when Illinois was
Like maybe
going into
05?
Final Four.
Maybe 05,
Going into
Illinois
Final Four.
basketball game when we were ranked #1. So they watched that. Okay, Declan's going to come wave at everybody again.
What? Mom?
Yeah. Oh no, you turned it around. Okay, hold on. We have some technical issues here. I don't know. Oh, there we go. That's how we do it. Okay, turn the camera around.
Mom is
Got to see a little preview of my sitting room. No, we're not out playing with friends. We're trying to really just stay at home and for these couple weeks that we're in our county's now in an official fell on the floor. Okay, official lockdown. So we're not really supposed to leave the house except for groceries and all of that. A little bit of exercise maybe. Okay, I need this. I need this heat on a little bit more because. Can you get the timer please? It's just gonna take forever to melt otherwise. This. There you go. Good job. Okay, I just keep checking the cauliflower. It's starting to brown a little bit, so it's almost ready. Noodle.
Yeah.
I love plain noodles. I'm like, my favorite thing. Pasta.
Those are good.
It's good. It's good. The noodle. I mean, how often? Does anybody ever just make like buttered noodles at their house? That's kind of a go-to meal for us, and I've been trying to gourmet it up with some Parmesan and pepper, but sometimes it's just like butter noodles and salt. Okay. This is starting to get all incorporated, but the cheese isn't quite melted all the way through. What's up? His arm hurts. That was tough. That was tough labor.
It's intense.
Mixing the cheese was tough labor. Hi, Shannon. So fun. Okay. Okay, what else do we have to do? I'm gonna start chopping for our little salad because normally I have everything pre-chopped for you guys, but I didn't do that today. And I'm gonna see how we do with the onion because I think like maybe for the first time I went live, I had chopped an onion like just before hitting that live button, and literally I was like, tears. What?
It makes me cry.
Oh, so Declan's asking how it makes you cry. Anybody have an answer to that?
It's not like making me cry.
If you chopped it for a while, so this is a red onion and it's a little less, yeah, it's the scent of it is so strong that it brings tears to your eyes. Callie took a culinary class in school and her teacher, if I'm remembering right, her teacher had them wear goggles or something, and she was all like, I'm tough, I don't need goggles to cut onion. But this one should be fine because it's a red onion. It's a nice one too. We've struggled a little bit with getting really good produce around here, but this one's pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna do,
It's not that bad. I don't feel it.
if you had your head like right over it, you really need to kind of inhale it is what makes you cry.
Just don't do that. Why don't you just...
Cause like, I'm not that skilled. I can't like sit back and cut it. I have to like be right on it and see what I'm doing.
I guess only masters can be like me.
Oh, like you? Oh yeah, you think you can? Okay, I'm checking the cauliflower here quickly. Almost, maybe one more minute on the cauliflower. Okay, so I'm just gonna give this a quick dice.
See, I'm doing it right now.
And I don't have a very sharp knife, so I'm kind of having to like wiggle it a little bit. So we are listening to, I don't know if have we listened to Arizona on any of our lives? It's my favorite band, Arizona. They're so good. It's the perfect,
So
I think maybe I've talked about them before. Perfect music to cook to. It's like, just, I don't know, fun, upbeat, but just kind of moody. It's really nice music. I shouldn't really, I get like a little bit embarrassed recommending them because they're all like 22 in the band and kind of just way too hipster, but for me, way too cool for me, but the music's good, it's fun. Oh, Emma's back to join us, I think. You gonna join us? Will someone keep mixing that cheese up? Because I have the heat on it still.
Oh, me? Oh, wait,
Can I mix it?
Yeah, or whose turn is it?
My turn.
Oh, my turn.
All right. Had a lot of taking turns conversations in this house the last week, right? Had to, with all of our online school, we've had to share electronics and laptops and all of that stuff. So. And then only my older two have their own electronics, so there's a lot of sharing going on. Okay, so I just diced oh my gosh, Rodrigo Gabriela, that's so fun. That's such a good one to cook to, you're right. Gosh, I need to add them. I made a little like cooking playlist on Spotify recently. I finally like got with this century and did one, and I need to add some of their music because I love them too. Shannon, had you ever gone to see them at Ravinia? They were always so good at Ravinia. So fun. Okay, so now I'm just cutting up these cherry tomatoes. I'm just adding all of this into a bowl until it looks good. It's like no recipe to this. It's you know, you can obviously yeah, see I'm starting to get a little teary-eyed right now. Move these onions away. Declan's watching me. He's gonna need to bring me tissues. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I need to get the cauliflower out. Okay, so this is decently browned, and we're starting to really get, the scallions are getting really brown, so if I was just doing the cauliflower, I probably would have done it a little bit longer, but what? That's okay, I'll move it back. But since the scallions are getting like really deep brown, I'm just gonna leave it like this. Okay, I'm gonna watch out, sweetie. It's really hot. I'll place it over here.
It's supposed to be chunky.
Yeah, it's gonna smooth out once it all melts.
I like smoothed it out when I
That's looking good, actually. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna turn the heat off on that. Okay.
when I mix it, it becomes smooth.
Okay, so I'm gonna take a break from the salad, and I'm gonna mix all of our pasta and cheese. And am I missing anything?
Mom, what did you put?
I'm not gonna take the time to find the mustard. Well, that's fine. Because that would take me a while to go through all my spices. I never use dry spices, so they're all just like in a big bucket that'll take me forever. Do you want to look through this? Do you want to look for some mustard?
Just regular
Yeah.
mustard?
No, in here.
What did you put in here?
You can do it for me.
Did you put anything black in here? Mom, did you put anything black in
Can you
here?
find if you see any dry mustard? That's okay.
Mom, did you put anything black in here?
No. Okay. What I'm gonna do now, we have like a lot of things going here.
Mom, there's something black.
No, it's fine. I might have put some pepper in there.
No, it was
Okay. Okay. Find some mustard. Okay, so into this cheese mixture, I'm gonna put in the pasta and the cauliflower. So that's what we're gonna do next. First, I'm gonna season the cheese mixture, have Emma mix it up with a little salt and pepper, and maybe Declan will find the mustard for us. Okay. About a teaspoon. I really like the, I like to see the pepper in this sauce. Is it good? You want me to keep doing it? Yeah. Okay. No? Can you find a, no? Can you find your dry mustard or no? You might not have any. Okay.
Why is it like
All right. Cheese. Okay, so in the bowl with the cheese, I'm
this it?
adding.
Is this it?
Yes, that's it. Okay, Declan found us some mustard. Hopefully it's not past the expiration date. Oh no, it's not even opened yet. See, I never use
I am the pro.
dry spices. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit in. So it flavors it really nicely. Okay, I think probably
Mustard?
did half to a full tablespoon. I'm not quite
Why
sure.
do you put mustard?
It's because it's the flavor in it. Okay, so we're mixing this up with the cheese.
Can I mix it?
No, so I'm trying to kind of really hurry to get this. The other thing I don't think I mentioned is, we need to face the camera a little bit. The other thing I don't think I mentioned is, excuse me, excuse me, is I have a 13 by 9 baking dish, and that's buttered. And that's what all this is gonna go into. Declan's saying hi to everybody. Okay, so I'll show you guys what this looks like right now. Let's see. No. Aw, thanks, Trudy. Okay, so this is what it's looking like right now. We need to mix this up a little bit more. We've got the cheese sauce and the cauliflower and the noodles and the scallions. And now, thanks to Chrissy's recommendation, or Michael, I don't know who's on there right now. Is it Chrissy or Michael? Uses ground mustard, so we're gonna go with that. Okay, so I'm gonna give this a really big mix. Oh, I'm losing noodles. Noodles are like jumping the ship. This pan is not quite big enough to mix this up really well. But I'm trying to get it all incorporated. Okay. And just to show you guys what's going on, we've got our dish here. This is like chaotic tonight. Okay, hi guys. I'm having another glass of wine because this is chaotic. Chrissy, how many bottles of wine do you guys have left? I'm concerned for you. You guys are in Costa Rica and saying that you're running out of wine, and I'm trying to figure out how to be a good friend and try to get you some. Okay. Whoa, there it all goes. Okay. This is looking good. Yeah, it looks good enough to eat right now, doesn't it, Declan?
Is that it?
Almost. No, we have to put it in the oven for a little while. Because what we do to the top, now sometimes I do some sliced tomato on the top of this. Oh, my dog's going a little crazy. Sometimes I do some sliced tomatoes on the top of half of it because they don't count wine as alcohol, so you can buy wine. Okay, perfect. No beer or liquor? Okay, well, it's something. Okay, so I sometimes put sliced tomatoes on top of this. The kids don't love that, so I usually just do half, but I always put some panko breadcrumbs, or if I don't often have homemade, but if I do, I use that. And I've mixed this with a little bit of Parmesan. Mix it with Parmesan and salt and pepper. So it is breadcrumb, Parmesan, salt and pepper. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit extra salt on the top, a little bit of pepper, and I'm even gonna do a few of the scallions. I'm gonna top it with fresh even when it's done, but I'm gonna do a few of those on the top now. So this is what we're looking at. That's what it looks like. So you see how we got a little bit, it's peeking through a little bit, the nice kind of golden brown color of that cauliflower. I think adds a lot. So this is gonna go, turn this oven down a little bit to, let's say, 350. That's what I'm gonna do. And, okay, honestly, probably the oven's around 350 anyway, because I kept opening it for the cauliflower, so it's probably at that anyway. So, okay, this is gonna go in the oven. I'm gonna do, that's just gonna, get all melted. I'm gonna, at 350, it's probably actually running closer to 400 right now, but I'm gonna do, I set it for 15 minutes. It should be nice, and you're looking for it to get bubbly and nice. Okay, so we have our, where are we here? Can't exactly see what I'm chopping. We have our red onion in here, just diced, half a red onion. And I'm just adding cherry tomatoes now, so I'm just chopping. So anyway, if anybody has, while I'm doing this, Declan can help me out and read any questions you have or comments. Or, as we were talking about before, if it's movie night in your house, what you're gonna watch. I put on my story last night, kind of my top, maybe I put around 10 movies, my top 10 favorite kind of unknown movies that you might not have seen before. I listed The Lives of Others is one of my favorites. It's an incredible drama that's really beautifully done. It's a subtitle, just a warning, subtitles. Let's see, what did we do? I'm trying to think what. I think most of the ones I listed were kind of not kid-friendly, but Drive is one of my favorite movies ever. Has anybody seen Drive before? It's with Ryan Gosling. It's a thriller, and the soundtrack is amazing, and it's such a good movie. Nocturnal Animals, it's another one. Tom Ford movie, and just a really gorgeous movie to watch. It's pretty like chilling. Please don't do that. But it's really good. What else did I have on there? Stranger Than Fiction, like the one serious movie Will Ferrell did. It's really good. Has anybody seen any of these movies? I'm like not getting any. Anybody raise their hand if they've seen any of these movies I'm talking about? I don't know. They're all a little bit. Oh, perfect. I'm glad you wrote it down. They're all maybe a little quirky and out there. It's probably why they weren't big blockbusters, but I really enjoyed all of them. I'm trying to think what else I put on my list. I'm not quite sure. Oh, The Trip. If anybody hasn't seen The Trip, I think my brother recommended it to me. My brother Jay. It's a comedy that it's about two friends that take this road trip in Europe, and they are writing an article on some top restaurants there, and so they're eating some beautiful food, and it's a really kind of like slow movie but super funny, and the scenery's gorgeous, and their banter is hysterical. And then for me, like, they show kind of inside the kitchen and all the food that's plated, and so that's what I love about it too. It's a really good one. And again, and they turned that one into a little bit of a series. I think there were three total of that, where they went to Italy in one of them too. So still think the first one was the best though.
British Christmas.
Yes, yeah. I don't know if it's like a British produced film or if it just took place there. I'm not sure exactly, but it's a little bit under the radar and just super funny. Just really a clever movie. Okay, so we have our chopped tomatoes and our red onion and our onion. Let's see. What else am I putting in this? Basil. I need some torn basil. Like I said, this is really a no recipe. It's just things that, no, this is just like a side salad. And I usually use, like you normally would for kind of a tomato basil salad, balsamic vinegar, but I did not have any of that either. So I used a red wine vinegar, red wine and some olive oil, and salt and pepper. So I'm curious to know, nobody saw any of the movies I'm talking about? Oh well, they're good. They're on my story. Because you guys are all gonna get desperate. Even if they're not good, you guys are gonna get desperate for things to watch. Did anybody see Parasite? I'm curious to know if anybody saw Parasite and what they thought of that. I think that one, he wouldn't know. I think they, I think if I recall, that won Best Picture this year. I don't know. I won't give my review until, I don't know. I'll give my review maybe at another time after everybody's seen it. It's interesting. It's a really cool movie. Okay, so I've got my torn basil in here. I'm just making a mess of this, but it's okay. To be totally honest, I think I'm the only one in the family that's gonna eat this salad. Declan's holding his nose because of the...
I don't like tomatoes.
He doesn't like tomatoes.
And
But it looks so pretty. I just love how this looks. It's really nice. Like I said, out of balsamic vinegar, oh well, red wine vinegar is gonna have to do. Trying to come up with recipes, you guys, every time I come up with something that you can easily substitute things. But I am gonna be making a lot of pasta, so hopefully you guys will be able to get it. So that's mixed up. Oh, sorry, honey, you could have, but no, we don't need any more than that. Made a little too much extra dressing, but I can always save it. But this is looking good. Add a little bit more salt and salt and pepper. Okay, and we'll give a look at that. Riveting, let's see. Oh, parasite. Okay, so that's what that's looking like. I mean, like I said, kind of as simple as it gets. So, okay. That is ready. And that's definitely enough to feed our family of 6, because probably Dan and I are gonna be the only people that eat that. Okay, I'm gonna check on our main dish and start thinking about how we're gonna plate this. We've got these pretty pasta bowls for the pasta. And I'm gonna get some salad plates. Okay, so we've got our salad plates, we've got some pasta bowls. Oh, I still need these to get it out of the oven. Let's see. Yeah, not easy to watch. Parasite, yeah, it certainly is not the most comfortable, enjoyable film to watch, but I've really never seen anything like it. It's really unique, so. Okay, so I'm gonna check on this in the oven. And I'm gonna go ahead and, it's not brownie, I don't wanna take even 10 more minutes of your time, so I'm gonna put this on a low broil and just kind of get that cheese bubbling on the top. And that'll save us some time. Because it's definitely heated all the way through from being on the stovetop. Oh, why does it always happen? Broil always. Okay, so I'm gonna broil that for a couple minutes. What else do we need? We'll plate a couple of these salads. You're not gonna have a salad? What happened to that plate? There we go. What? That's so funny. Okay, someone's filming me. Okay. No? Okay, so that's our little side salad, which will be nice. I'm still waiting to hear the question, what's for dessert? Nothing planned as of yet.
maybe some cake or cookies.
Cake or cookies?
Cookies. Chocolate chip.
Maybe should I ask Matt for his toffee cookie recipe that I saw today? That sounds really good. I don't know if if we made like some homemade toffee for it, it might work, but we don't necessarily right now have the ingredients for that. But maybe tomorrow. I don't know if I wonder if he used, does anybody know, do they sell just like toffee chips, or maybe you just cut up like toffee candies? I love toffee, but I usually just buy like the big kind of chunks of it. Okay, I made a mess tonight. Got stuff everywhere. I'm trying to move out of the way.
Just onion.
Just what?
Just onion everywhere.
Just onion. Onion is everywhere. I was messy with making that. Okay.
Someone asked what wine are you pairing with?
Oh, what wine am I pairing with my pasta? Okay, so maybe you just joined in. I was on one of my favorite wineries, Cade, in Napa, was answering questions live, and I asked them, because I love their wines and trust the winemaker was talking, said to recommend it, and I wish I had Cade in my wine fridge right now, and we don't, but I'll have to order some. And actually, there's a backstory on that, okay, so I'll answer your question first. They recommended with the cauliflower pasta, especially with the Gruyere cheese, starting with a Sauvignon Blanc and then moving on to a Cabernet. And so I had mentioned that I started with a Cabernet tonight because it got a little chilly tonight. So, and I think it'll pair well with the tomato salad too. So But an interesting story is one of my sons is named Caden, and we call him Caden. And a little bit has to do with that winery. If anybody hasn't visited Cade in Napa, it's a stunning estate. It's this gorgeous property. The architecture is beautiful. The wines are amazing. It's part of the Plum Jack family. And we just loved our visit there. And I was at Whole Foods when I was pregnant and browsing wine to buy for a gift and saw another one of their bottles of wines and ended up naming our son Caden because it just was top of mind, and our visit there was great, and yeah, so now we have a son named after a wine. But so tonight though, unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, because this is a really good one too. We'll try to get some Cade back in our wine fridge, but this one is Inglenook Cabernet, and it's really good so far. I'm really liking it. What year is it? 2015. Okay, I think we're ready. You may. Okay, watch out, sweetie, because I need to move this right where I need to open this. Okay, here we go. That looks good. That broil really worked for us. It looks a little uneven, unfortunately, but it did the trick. So I'll show you what this looks like. And yeah, I think that'll work. Looks pretty good, right? I think so. So we are about ready to serve. I'm going to get something to kind of just scoop this with. We'll get 2 servings out with our, does this look good?
Yeah.
I love the pieces that have kind of crisped up on the noodles. It's kind of my favorite. Look how cheesy it is. Yum. So good. And luckily, I do remember
Super cheesy.
I'm gonna add a couple of the fresh scallions because that's even a whole different flavor from the ones that were roasted. And that's what we're serving tonight. Does it look good?
Yeah.
Oh, I've got all 4 kids down here right now. They're making an appearance. 2 of them have no interest in being in the video, but does it look good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you guys a close look at that. It's looking good. Okay, so that's our cauliflower mac and cheese. Oh, sorry, blocking the screen. With scallion. And we have our tomato salad to pair with it. And that's what's for dinner in our house tonight. So thank you for joining us. And it's just nice, you know, I love cooking. I love being in my kitchen. I love being in my kitchen with my family. And I appreciate you sharing this time with us. And I hope you're well. And I hope this just kind of gave you something to do and distract yourself. And everybody take care. And we'll see you next time.